Great that you're tuning in to our conversation today. So we've been having a lot of live conversation, and today we have Caroline Maguire. Caroline, do you want to say a quick hi to our audience?
Hi, everyone. I am so delighted to be here with Irene this morning, and I'm really looking forward to the next three
Yes,
minutes.
yes, me too, me too. And for people tuning in like live right now or via the recording, just drop us a comment if you want to share. Just say hello and yeah, where you're tuning in from, for instance. And if you're new to us, yeah, I'll start with introducing myself. So my name is Irena Anggreni. I'm a mental wellness coach. I help business leaders in their mental and emotional health maintenance so they can create success without training themselves. And today, with my special guest speaker, Caroline, we will talk especially about being a mother while having a corporate career. Because some of the leaders I work with, they are mothers, they are parents. And kind of if we consider that like being a parent in itself is a completely transformative experience, is a deeply meaningful journey as for us as a human being, but it also comes with a lot of, yeah, can I say stress, Caroline?
Yes, go first, stress. Yes.
Yeah, stress and sleepless nights, and also a big challenge to balance
Mhm.
everything. How do we stay productive, be an effective leader at work, but also at home, with the little ones, and be a caring parent and also a loving partner. And so, where does that leave us for space for having a personal life?
Yes.
So today, that's why I invited Caroline Maguire. She's an executive life coach specializing in helping corporate moms to regain their work-life balance. And for the context, I met Caroline through our high-level business mastermind program, and today she will talk about the strategies that she implements and she helps her clients with to also develop a personal life and leading a productive and a profitable business or career while being a mother. Yeah, so everyone who's tuning in right now, you likely know mothers or parents in your workplace. So perhaps you're one yourself. So please share this video with them. Yeah, kind of just share this video via DM. And here's a quick little introduction about Caroline. So I'm really pleased that we have this opportunity for live conversation, Caroline, because one thing that also attracted me very much. Oh, Caroline actually has a background in play therapy and
Yeah.
early childhood studies, as she has a master degree, and she's worked also directly with children and families for over 15 years. So she's really, yeah, kind of from the field. Yeah, kind of she's very much embedded in that space of family. And she now helps leaders and corporate moms who, yeah, the tendency is that they sacrifice their personal life for their career to lead their team, but they also want to kind of to make a productive team, high performing team, have higher profits, better service, and also still have a life. That's key here to still have a life. So Caroline is an EMCC accredited coach.
Mhm.
Share a bit, what is EMCC, Caroline?
It's the European mentoring qualifications for coaching. So it's an accreditation where you meet the standards to be a qualified coach. So I'm
Okay.
associate member with them.
So yeah, that's kind of like this important qualification that also safeguards the quality of the coaching. And Caroline has spent the past 7 years working in the corporate field, especially. So what's at the core of her work is that her belief that she can support moms, that she's giving the children, the mom giving the children the best.
Of gosh, when you are in work and you're having conversations and you're realizing how busy they are in work and yet they are managing family life at home as well, and leading such big productive teams as well. So it's really it's an honor to work with corporate moms.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, kind of to really support them, that must be a very fulfilling role, that you take into kind of, it's not only about the moms, but also the family.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Caroline, yeah, please tell a bit more about yourself, and particularly also, kind of what's your special touch as an executive coach, a coach for corporate moms.
Yeah. Um, for me, it's that piece of when you're having a conversation with somebody who is really, really busy in work, really, really busy at home life, and just feeling torn between both. And it's my belief that you shouldn't feel torn between it. There has to be something that can help you to sustain working, climbing your career ladder, or managing your team, and yet feeling like that you are there for your kids and your family and your partners as well. So for me, there was a huge pull for a lot of people that I was working with. And when I started to do my PQ coaching, positive intelligence coaching, and using some of the tools that are related to mindfulness that people could do in the moment, you could see them shift out of that stress head um, driven
Mm,
mindset to actually just relaxing and taking in a bigger picture. And for busy mums, it's almost that piece of go, 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 go. And then suddenly, when they stop, their mind is still racing and yet they're exhausted. And while I talk about corporate mums, I'm also conscious of the dads as well. It's, dads are also wanting to be hands on at home as well. And they are also working as well. And I think in this day and age, you're very fortunate if you don't have to work. But for a lot of families, you do have to work. And at the crux of everything outside work is family and your children and how they're getting on. And it's being able to hear those conversations that happened in school. It's about, what activities they're doing outside school, how they're managing. And all kids are different. Some
mm,
kids need to talk. Some kids don't need to talk. Some kids need reassurance.
mm,
And if you are a corporate mom meeting deadlines, increasing productivity, trying to meet deadlines, sometimes you're not there to hear those pieces. And it's almost how can you make those reconnections really quickly so you're not missing anything and yet get the job done and feel like when you're home, and when you're in work, you're in work.
yeah. Wow. Yeah. That feels so calming also, because this is, I think, like, parents or not, moms or not, we probably relate with this feeling, like you mentioned about kind of this busy driven mindset, like the go 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 feeling, kind of there's like
Mm,
something driving us to keep going. But then, like, when we have that moment to relax, to rest, like the mind is still racing, and then we cannot properly rest.
mm,
And yeah, what I hear also, that the approach of mindfulness, that's
mm,
something I also practice, like in my own life as well.
mm,
That really brings, yeah, the moment to moment, especially
mm.
for busy corporate moms.
Yeah. And what I love about that mindfulness, they're called
Mm,
PQ wraps. They only can be a minute or 2 minutes, and they're done at intervals. They can be done like at 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And the idea is to build the muscle. So the minute that you actually start to do it, you end up building up a resource bank. So you
mm,
never get to that tipping edge where you're annoyed or upset. You actually end up coming back down really quickly when you're doing the wraps.
yes.
So it's slightly different from the mindfulness where you kind of take up a space and you need to do it. With the PQ reps, if you're in a busy team meeting and you need to do it, you can do it, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, kind of really hands on, like in the moment. And yeah, kind of to build that muscle, like I always love to call it, it's a practice that
Mm,
kind of that we grow our muscle. And like, we can also yeah, catch that moment where usually, okay, we probably get caught up and then get really stressed, but now we can catch that earlier and have the tools to calm
mm,
ourselves down. Wonderful. And we have Nair. I'm not sure if I pronounce your name correctly. Yeah, so she's tuning in with us today, and yeah, kind of really grateful, yeah, for covering this topic because I think it's not talked about enough, like about being a mother and probably in the corporate setting, you have to be completely a different persona. You have to have it all together. Yeah, well, the reality is also kind of quite challenging sometimes. Yeah, thank you, Nair, for sharing this comment. And like if there's any questions from anyone tuning in, just feel free to drop it, and we do our best to address it also in this live conversation. Yeah.
There's another piece I'd like to add there, Irene. It's almost, I use the red team thinking strategies as well. So it's
Mm,
almost like using strategies within your work or within your teams.
yeah.
So you're kind of nurturing creativity, you're making decisions faster. And these tools
Ah,
and these strategies, like if they're implemented at the right time, it
mhm.
means you're out of work quicker. It's almost you've met the deadline a little bit quicker.
Okay.
You've actually kind of stress test the idea or the strategy you're putting forward. So I love the combination of both because
Yeah.
a mum is both, and it's almost where do we need to focus? Do we need to
Mm,
focus on building the muscle and getting to the root of the problem of this busyness? Or is the work piece just completely swamping you and you
yeah.
need to focus on that piece initially?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, wonderful that there are many aspects that you serve also with your toolkits, I could say. Yeah, kind of like there's that yeah, the mindfulness, you call it, what is it, positive intelligence coaching, kind
Yeah.
of that's, yeah, based on mindfulness, kind of for the individual, the personal muscle, like the awareness. But you also have tools for the team, and
Yeah.
especially a mom is kind of, yeah, a team leader at home, but also in the workplace, kind of like. And you have this red team thinking strategies. Could you share a bit more about that, Caroline?
So the red team strategies, if you're a team leader or if you're a leader in a team, I really think that anybody is a leader in a team when they're trying to drive projects or develop, implement strategies. So the red team thinking is almost tools, really good coaching tools where you ask questions
Mm,
and you almost make sure that you're solving the right problem, and possibly maybe uncovering risks that you hadn't seen initially.
yeah.
And when you involve everybody in the team, everything becomes more richer, everybody becomes on board. And so it's that piece along with the PQ coaching that looks at, almost the self-sabotaging mode. So what is holding you back? What way are you thinking? Are you kind of hyper rational, where you have to think everything down to the bottom line?
Mm,
Are you the type of person that just wants to please? And how
mm,
can we pull back from those strategies so
okay.
you come back into your core self to move yourself forward?
Wow, yeah, that's wonderful to identify also what I hear, kind of, this some of the trap, because we all have that blind spot, like, our tendency to people please or to over rationalize thing, or yeah, perhaps there are other things in this framework of red. Um, and Caroline, I'm curious also, like uh, so what I understand, your ideal clients who you help, like those are these yeah, mothers who are also like high performing in their corporate career, leading a team. And when they come to you, like what's the first thing you do with your clients? Because they are typically busy businesswomen, right? Like they're also moms. So how do you navigate that? The first step.
There's something about accepting someone exactly
Mm,
where they are in that moment and in
yeah.
that time, and there's a little bit of teasing out what do they want to focus on.
Mm,
Is it something within their home life? Is it something that's just within work that really needs to be
yeah.
resolved in the here or now? Often I start off with the PQ coaching and looking at the reps and how we can build them in, and we have a
Mm,
assessment that we do, where you can figure out which saboteur you're falling into.
Mm.
And then we have another toolkit for the red team thinking that you can fill out and see, is your team red thinking aligned? And if it's not, maybe that's where you want to go. I think there's something about coming to me and taking ownership of what you want and where you want to go. And I have the tools that kind of navigate you to that outcome that you want to achieve at the end of our sessions.
Yeah.
What I really love about the PQ coaching is we can do groups, we can do weekly conversations about each of the saboteurs and what we're learning and how it's happening in life. So
Mm.
sometimes for the busy mom, just having that outlet to meet somebody else who's doing something similar is really, really good in terms of having a community and a support system, because not all mums have supports. Some have great supports, some not so good supports. And sometimes it's, we need to acknowledge that piece that we
Yeah.
get more support from each other.
Yeah. Wonderful, to hear also that there's a community aspect of it, because yeah, that's something that perhaps, like especially for busy career
Mm.
moms, like kind of there is indeed like that support system. And it's wonderful that there's space also with the guidance of this picky coaching, and
Mhm.
that they could also share like really from the heart what's going on like inside.
Mhm.
And I also want to say hi to Ajo. I'm not sure if I say everyone's name correctly today, but yeah, good morning, Ajo from Atlanta, Georgia. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, kind of, like it's wonderful to see people joining from all around the world. Like, by the way, I'm in Rotterdam, the Netherlands, and Caroline, where you are in
Ireland.
Ireland. Okay, so kind of really, yeah, multiple countries.
Yeah. And it's
Yes.
interesting. A lot of my client base is in the USA as well. So it's
Mm,
great to see people logging in. So
yeah.
hello.
Hey, yes. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, work-life balance. Yeah, it's important. We all know it intellectually. We know it.
Mm.
We see it, but it is the hard balancing act, because we
Yeah.
need to keep at it. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes I would go as far as saying, "Can we have work-life balance? Is that possible?" Or,
Mm,
is there something about putting in the tools and accepting what we can manage?
yeah.
Um, and almost looking at, this is what I'm good at today. This is not what that this is what's working with me for me right now. Or this is the change I need to make. And
Yes.
see how that resolves, or because I sometimes that work-life balance is almost, people feel deflated when they don't get there, and there's almost,
Mm,
and we forget to acknowledge what we
mm,
have achieved and what we are doing, as well. So
yeah.
yeah.
That's really a good point, Caroline, because it is also, yeah, I hear recently, about the people reframing work-life balance into work-life harmony or work-life integration, because yeah, it is kind of work is also part of life. So kind of, how do we just make it, like in a way that that fulfill us, that makes sense
Or
to
it's
us.
just life, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's life. Work is life. Yeah. And Caroline, yeah, kind of you work a lot with mindset. So I'm wondering if you have one mindset tip, that you can share with everyone tuning in today.
Do you know what? I really want to share one of the reps I do, one of the PQ reps, that I just want to show people how quick and easy it is. When you do it quite often, how beneficial it is for you. And I think it'd just be really, really useful. So if it's okay with you, I'll go ahead and share that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I know.
Okay.
What does it involve? Do we need to write
Well,
down?
I was going to make it easy. Some of them involve, some of the reps involve closing your eyes. Some of the reps involve touch. And I just decided I'm just going to do one that leaves your eyes open. So we're just going to stay here in the screen. You can, if you wish to close them. Sometimes I do this rep and I actually do close my eyes. So it's almost just that piece of relaxing.
Hmm.
Let's pretend you're in a team meeting. Let's pretend you're at a stressful family dinner. And let's go through this PQ rep and see how you feel afterwards. So for everybody, I just wanted to notice, just in your own mind right now, just think about how you're feeling. Okay. So just Right, have that word and let's just park it because I want to see if there's a change at the end. Okay, so just park it. Okay, so for this mindful minute, we want you to just complete it with yourself seated, eyes opened. And during this time, you just might notice your mind drifting away. That's totally normal. Just each time you see yourself drifting, just bring yourself back. So what I want you to notice is your back. Notice those physical sensations sitting there in the chair. And as you take a deep breath out, I just want you to notice the visual cues. So shift your eyes to something that's in front of you and really look at it. Take note of what you're seeing. See the colors, see the shades. Just notice the texture, the shapes. Now let go of any thoughts you may be having. So now I want you to softly diffuse what you're focusing on. Take a broader outlook. Soften that gaze. Notice what your fingertips are touching. Feel the temperature. Let go of any thoughts you may be having. Notice the seat you're in. Notice how your body's sitting in your seat. Wiggle your toes. Feel your toes. Notice your breath. Notice the rise and fall. Notice the temperature of air. Notice the air as it exits your nostrils. Now shift to your hearing. Notice the furthest away sound. Notice the closest sound. I'm going to be quiet for the next 20 seconds. I'll let you know when that's up. Okay, everybody, it's okay to come back into the room. It's okay to be here. Good job.
Wow. I love that kind of, like this very calming and rejuvenating experience also.
Mm,
Engaging all the senses, the little details that when we are in that go, 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 run, 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 we probably miss all those. And now we are really, yeah, coming back to the here and now
yeah,
within ourselves. Wow. Thank you, Caroline.
yeah. That's one of my favorite ones because I feel like my brain gets a break when I do it.
Mm-hmm.
It feels calmer, it feels slower, but it feels happier as well.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I'm sure like there are a lot of, kind of these hormones are also shifting, that we have more of that happy hormones, like kind of accumulated with this practice. Wow, Caroline, this was this was really a great conversation, and you also gave us a very tangible experience. Yeah, kind of people, like if you need also a little break in your busy day, like just come back to the recording here, and
Mhm.
share it also with people who might need it. Kind of this, just couple of minutes of experience to calm ourselves, calm our mind and our body as well. And Caroline, I'm so grateful, yeah, that we have this opportunity to talk with each other, and I got a lot of value, yeah, kind of understanding also what the toolkits that you have and that you offer, especially for corporate moms.
Mhm.
You're sharing such great insights as well. Yeah, kind of, like with the tools that from both the individual and also the team set.
Mhm.
So if people want to know more about what we discussed today and they want to reach out to you in terms of getting some support, how do they go about that, Caroline?
You can reach out on my LinkedIn, absolutely no problem. Or I have a website. It's carolineMaguireCoaching.com. And on it, there'll be a kind of a pop-up box, and there's a free resource there on mastering the art of more joy and balance. So feel free to download. It's absolutely there. And then I have the executive coaching, which looks at red team thinking and PQ coaching, or you can just do PQ coaching on its own. So I just love to have a conversation. We can figure out what works for you. There's absolutely no problem.
Yeah. Okay. So people take your chance, take this opportunity to. Uh, already shared the website link in the comment. I will check that it really shows up, like on the both on LinkedIn and the other channels. But yeah, Caroline Maguire Coaching and .com, and the gift is also there, downloadable. Yeah, is it okay? So, Caroline, again, thank you for joining me today and sharing value with all of us here. It was really great experience, yeah, to spend this calming exercise, the calm moments with you. And I want to thank everyone for showing up here today, and also for, like if you're catching up through the replay, just drop a comment, and perhaps you have some follow-up questions about this, and you want to to have like a particular, like a particular topic address. So feel free also to connect with Caroline, yeah,
Mhm.
and send her a message. So also happy to hear, like what you take away from this conversation today. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. So,
Thank you. It was lovely to meet you all. Thank you.
thank you, Caroline.